lit right now. Get lit. Get lit. Get lit. Everybody get lit right now.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Swap Radio. I am your host, Monica. I'm going to get all the important things out the way. If you would like to be a guest on the show, just send me an email, which I'm going to switch that up a little bit, but you can send me a DM because I get those faster. You can send me a DM to Monica WLS and the number 2 on Instagram or Swap Radio on Instagram, Facebook, all social media platforms. You can also, if you would rather do email, you can email me at theswapradioshow@gmail.com. The social medias, you will get to me like really quick. Also with your questions, and for those who are tuning in, I did get your questions and we will answer them in the new year. So after the holiday, we will run down on those dating questions, parenting questions. And you guys have been sending questions. It's interesting. We will get to them and we will definitely answer them. If you missed any episode of Swap Radio, just tune in to onfire-tv.com. You can check out any episode dating back to when we first started this, 2018. They're all there. We will be celebrating. That is another thing. We will be celebrating our, I'm going to say longevity because I have no intentions of stopping. So I will be celebrating. I will keep you guys posted on that as well. Before I like to start with quotes, and I've been going back and forth between 2. So one is love your family, work super hard, maybe not super, but work hard, live your passion. I know it takes some people, a little longer to figure out what their passion is. However, figure it out, stick with it, live it. Okay? The other quote, it is never too late to be what you might have been. So, example, my brother has been trying his best to convince me to get my CDL. I was like, no, because I know I wanted to get way back. I wanted to drive buses. I was like, I want to get my CDL so I could drive the MTA bus. I don't think this mouth is cut to work with the public in that manner, because I've seen people be very disrespectful to bus drivers. I don't think so. Maybe, driving a tractor trailer, maybe, but definitely not that kind of bus. Not dealing with the public like that, because I'm still learning, but I give you what you give me. If you give me nasty attitude, I'm giving it back. But if you're respectful and, hey, I can give you that. A lot of times people say respect is earned and not given. I do my best to give respect off the top. But the moment you attempt or you disrespect me, then yeah, you're going to have to earn respect back, because I'm not going to give it until you earn it back. Okay? So last but not least, so yes, this makes 3. I was torn between those 2. Don't let someone else's opinion of you start over. Don't let someone's opinion of you become your reality. Okay? I hope you guys are clear on that. That is very important. But also, Remember, a person's opinion of you does not it does not in any way, shape, or form define you. So these are all great things that you can say to a domestic violence survivor. And with bringing up domestic violence, of course, I'm from Baltimore, born and raised. I don't live in the city. But we all know if you're from Baltimore. Well, now, since it's national news, it's everywhere. You don't have to be from Baltimore to know who Sheila Dixon is. She was doing an interview yesterday with Fox 45, and apparently there's a male. I would like to say her boyfriend, her male companion. Nobody knows who he is because he wasn't on camera. His name wasn't said. However, if you didn't see the video, we have the video and we will show it here. But it seems as if there's some sort of domestic violence going on here. I have no clue why people think it's funny. It's very disrespectful for y'all to be laughing. And then I put an F in there. But anyway, it's very disrespectful for you guys to be laughing at, what she's dealing with in the video. And she sounds a little under the weather. So let's watch the video. When we come back, of course, we'll discuss it. Okay, so it was a lot going on in that video. First, let me say the number. If you or someone that you may know that is going through this type of situation, there's a number I would like to give you. It's a domestic violence hotline number, 1-800-799-7233. If you need help or someone you know that may need help, that hotline is there for you. Again, it's 1-800-799-7233. Also, just a few statistics before I get into my opinion and as well as facts about the video. Between 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men will experience physical violence by their intimate partner, meaning your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your whatever. And this only speaks to physical. Now, of course, there's always mental abuse, verbal abuse. It's just so much. But in looking at this video, she seemed to be a little under the weather. But you could hear, I couldn't hear him. I don't know if it was clear to you what the guy was saying. Please, by any means, let me know in the comment section. But he clearly was upset about something. I'm not sure what. I know he didn't need to be. People were like, oh, well, he shouldn't have been doing that. They knew she was doing an interview online and blah, blah, blah. No, he shouldn't have been doing it at all. Let's be clear. He should not have been doing that at all, period. But he did. She tried to play it off as best as she could. She ducked a little bit. I don't know what he threw at her. I want to say it looked like a bra or something. I'm not sure. But he even like swatted his hand at her before. During that. But she ended up at the town hall later that evening. I don't think we have that video, but she said on there, they checked to make sure she was okay. And she said, I'm okay. It's just, it's around the holidays and, people don't know how to express them. To me, now I could be wrong. To me, that sounds very typical of someone who's dealing with domestic violence. Like, why are you making excuses for him? He definitely physically assaulted you when he threw whatever he threw. When he swung at you, but I don't even know how old is Sheila Dixon. I'm not saying it's an age limit on this, on whether, at some age it should stop. But I feel like somebody close to her, they saw the same thing we saw. So somebody needs to step in. So I have the information. She'll be 70 years old on December 27th. This is not, listen, my dad is 70. I'm trying to tell y'all. But he's married to my mother, so that wasn't no random female, but that's too much. And she's currently running for mayor. So, who is this guy? Let's find out who he is. So, those people that get online and be looking for people, find out who they are. Let's find out who he is. It needs to be said. His face should be plastered all over the internet. So, just really quick, if your family member or someone, I should say, even if you're able to reach out to Sheila Dixon, there are things or sayings that they suggest you not say. Why don't you just leave? Relationships aren't perfect. All couples have problems. Nobody, they don't want to hear this. Okay? These are not the things they want to hear. This is something that they say. He always seems so nice. Huh? What? What are we talking about? So to support someone who's dealing with domestic violence, you should say things like, you are not alone. You deserve to be safe. I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. I'm glad you told me. I would like to help you. Offer your help. Let them know that abuse is not your fault. You are not to blame for someone else's violence. Those are just some things that you can, say to your friend or family member to encourage them, not beat them up about staying with the person. Just give them some reassurance that, they can do better. You don't have to be there. Domestic violence is a crime. Most importantly, domestic violence is a crime. You have a right to receive protection. That is a must. They have to understand that. Just a recent case, this just came to mind, so I don't have names on deck with me right now. But a woman did seek a protective order. It was put in place, but it wasn't set in the order that her husband had to leave the house. Well, the husband ended up shooting and killing her. And then I believe he was shot and killed by the police, I believe. It's not good out here, domestic violence. So for anyone that may be going through it again, the number is on the screen. It's a 24 hours, around the clock. You can call at any time, any day, 1-800-799-7233. If you need the help, let's seek it. Okay? Help is out there. So I'm not going to stay on this too long, but I noticed, and I'm not going to say I hope we leave all of this in 2023, but there are a lot of people coming out now saying that these, I've even heard something about Method Man. Never heard his name in anything. And here we are hearing some models say that he attacked her. She claims, the police were called, 10 cars came, and, he assaulted her, she assaulted him, whatever. It was quite a few that just came up, allegedly. But they're all coming up now because they're past the statute. Well, I'm not going to say because. In my opinion. Solely Monica's opinion. Not that of On Fire, Radio on Fire, and just Monica's opinion. I feel like these people have waited until the statute of limitations are up to be able to pursue this criminally because it's about the money. At this point, you want a Cassie settlement, or you want some type of settlement of money. You're not a millionaire. You want to be a millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? That seems like that's where we're at now. Okay, and I'm not downplaying anyone's situation, but I just find it weird that now people want to come forward with, somebody abusing them. If it already went on, then why didn't you try to pursue it when they could get criminally charged? And why is it now? So those are questions I want to ask, not attacking any victims, just simply wanting to know. So moving right along. I don't know why, but Tony is trying to reach out. So let's move along to these schools and these weapons being located in the Baltimore City school system. So yesterday, it's been 5 guns found in the Baltimore City schools, 3 different Baltimore City schools in 2 days. The first was a Dunbar High School student, and it says the Dunbar High School student was arrested after not 1, not 2, but 3 guns were found on campus during the search. Doesn't say what prompted the search. However, it says after the search, he was arrested. He was 15 years old. 15 years old. Come on. Like, where is a 15-year-old getting a gun? That is that's the big question here. And why did he have 3? Was he holding the guns for someone, or like what was going on? I would say like maybe he was bullied into holding them. I don't know. 3 at a high school. Okay. So a letter was sent home to parents. It said, the safety of our students and staff is our top priority. We work daily to ensure a safe and positive environment for teaching and learning. That is a portion of what Principal Reeves wrote to the parents. I don't know how reassuring that was, because if one of my children was there, oh no, that was not reassuring to me. How did they get in the building? But Dunbar doesn't have any metal detectors. Remember, I said metal detectors. We are disappointed that weapons were found on our campus, but believed that the weapons were located in a... Wait a minute, I'm sorry. But relieved, not... but relieved that the weapons were located and appropriate actions can be taken. Now, As a parent, I don't know how comfortable I would be sending my child there the very next day. Okay? So here we go again. What happens today? KIPP. Let's discuss KIPP. Okay? KIPP Academy is also here in Baltimore. They found a teacher. The teacher was arrested for having a gun. The teacher. First a 15-year-old student, now a teacher. KIPP Harmony Academy. So, was he in fear of his life? Did a student threaten him? What happened here? I don't know. Thank you for sharing your comment. The youth has been abandoned, and in saying that, do you mind explaining when you say they have been abandoned? Because who have they been abandoned by? Are you saying the parents? Are you saying the school system? Can you just elaborate a little bit? Also, Frederick Douglass High School, another student arrested for having a gun today. So we have the teacher arrested for having a gun, and then we have a student arrested for having a gun. So should there be metal detectors? And should everyone, even staff, go through this metal detector? Because now we have students and staff carrying guns as if they have their wear and carry permit or whatever. See, what is weird to me and what really upsets me is that still to this day, they want to call the school police officers resource officers. But look at this. Students are in the building with guns. Teachers are in the building with guns, but yet these resource officers still can't carry their guns. So if a shooting breaks out on the second floor, the resource officer, the school police officer, has to go downstairs, I believe, into the office and retrieve his service weapon from a lockbox. How safe does that make you feel? Your child is in the building. The school police officer can't eliminate the threat without going downstairs or upstairs, however the school is made. Because I've seen the main office upstairs and downstairs. So he has to go to the main office, he or she, to retrieve their service weapon in order to eliminate the threat. I just want somebody to tell me how they feel about that. Because that does not sit well with me. I do not have any children in the school system at this point in the Baltimore City. Well, they wasn't in it anyway. But Baltimore City or Baltimore County. I don't have any children in the system. However, my granddaughter is in preschool. She will more than likely be in the Baltimore County school system. This does not sit well with me. Doesn't make me feel good that children and staff, teachers, can carry a gun inside the building and nobody knows unless somebody tells them. So help me out, people. How can we prevent this? I'm waiting to hear who abandoned the children, because I don't feel like they've been abandoned. I feel like people would like to place the blame on the parents. Someone is at work right now. Their child is not out in school. How much can you do for a teenager? Should they be taking their teenagers to work with them? That's not always possible. It's not always possible. So, like, what kind of remedies do you suggest when you say the kids are abandoned? Like, how? Where? Who abandoned them? Um, those are all questions I would love for someone to answer, because I'm not about to sit here and blame parents. I have 4 children. They're all adults, and they all have different personalities. I promise you, I know which one would be in some trouble. I know which one would never be in any trouble. I know which one has a smart mouth. I know which. So parents know their children. Okay, you can raise them all in the same household. One can be a doctor, one can be a lawyer, one can be a criminal, one can be a murderer. You just don't know. Okay, so I'm not I'm not okay with blaming parents. In some situations, the parents will definitely get the blame, but it's very clear that guns are a problem. So Legacies of Blackness says, yes, there's nothing for them to do within their city and schools. The city council has not made it better for students. Barely any after school programs to help their daily needs. Okay. So, and let's not take my comment the wrong way when I say it, okay? Because when people say things like this, I need you to have facts, okay? Because all my children did after school things. They have attended city schools and county, and all of them kept me busy. I was always doing something after school. There's sports after school. Again, I don't have children in school right now, but family members and friends, I hear them, oh, well, I'm gonna be late. I have to pick this one up from coach class. I'm gonna pick this one up from basketball practice, this one up from dance practice, this one up from volleyball, all different types of things. It also depends on the child. So when people say it's nothing for their kids to do, it is. The problem is the parents don't want to pay anything. They want everything to be free. Everything can't be free because somebody has to stay inside of the rec, okay, for those things to be held there. That person has to be paid. They have to be paid. Unless there's someone who's going to volunteer their time to sit at a Baltimore City or Baltimore County Rec Center while a program goes on. Not just that, we have to have someone to run that program. Are there any volunteers? Look at my AirPod. Are there any volunteers? Not all of them have support within the community they're in. While that may be true, what I'm saying is we need adults within each and every community to come together. If you have extra time, then volunteer your time to teach just the basics of basketball if you can. You know what I mean? I do agree it takes a village. It really does. But a lot of times, depending on the age of that village, you can't say anything to their child when they're doing something wrong. And because they have been told that by their parent, we don't want to deal with them. I'm just going to tell you the honest fact. We will not deal. And then when we have things, and I'm saying we, like, because I'm that parent that, just go in, and I've been team mom for football, basketball, volleyball, all of that, okay? We do not get the parent support. Parents don't show up. Now, my daughter just graduated in June. However, her volleyball games, it was maybe three to four parents other than myself. So the parents, even when your child is in something, they don't even show up. So I saw these topics on social media over the last week about parents and oh, they'll show up at this, but they won't be at those PTA meetings. Listen, when I was on the board, I was the secretary because I kept the notes. I made sure parents who wasn't at the meetings were getting the notes so that they know what happened at the meetings. We decided to do an AM meeting and a PM meeting. Why? Because some parents are at work during the day, so they need to come in the evening. Those parents that work in the evening or overnight needed to come in the morning. So I had a schedule where I was able to at least conduct the morning session, 3 parents at the most. How can 3 parents show up at an elementary middle school to a PTA meeting? I was like, well, maybe it's the dues. They can't afford the $3 dues a month. Like, I don't know. So we tried to revamp it and we were trying different things. We got a little more when we started doing the dads and donuts and moms and muffins and those little things. The parents want to come out because they want to take a picture so that they can show I was at the school for this, but they weren't as active as we needed them to be. So the children need to see their parents involved. That's what we need. Parental involvement. Like, where is it? I did stop volunteering as much once my kids got to high school. But my last baby, those children, some children, the ones who didn't have parents showing up at the games, whenever they saw me, because I never, ever missed a game. So whenever they saw me, they was happy to see me. Yes, my daughter was on varsity the whole 4 years, but I cheered for, of course, JV and varsity. Like, I cheered for both. But those girls were looking for me. If they see me, like, well, I thought you wasn't coming. Yeah, because they look for some type of support, especially those away games. So, I mean, if you can't go to the game, send your cousin, your niece, your nephew, your uncle, somebody, send them, you know. Another comment, parents do have to support and somehow organize to do better for the children. You can't help the ones that don't want to be helped, but accountability needs to be taken on all accounts. I mean, again, like the rec centers are there, they're open. Those kids that want to tote those guns and want to be rappers and take guns and do this put up the middle fingers, we see those videos. They just want to do TikTok videos and stuff. They are not heading to the rec centers. They are not the ones that want to go to the rec center. They're just not. I mean, I'm sorry, it is what it is. So the ones that want to do something, those are really the ones that you can't be mad with City Hall because they're not coming up with a basketball tournament for kids to be involved in. I mean, let me challenge you to start something for the kids to get involved in. You're here, you're engaging, so hey, I'm challenging you, okay, to somehow put something together for the children to get involved in. If you come up with something and it makes sense, we can team up together. If it makes sense to me. I'm not saying, if it sounds like a good idea to me, we can team up and do this thing together. That's all I'm saying. Let me know the idea. You can email it to me, DM, Swap Radio, or send an email, theswapradioshow@gmail.com. And we can do something. Just let me know. But just like it's her fault. These kids out here stealing cars. I done seen a woman on TV, like, they locked my daughter up, brought her home. She was right back out there stealing another car. It was a grandmother said the same thing. So it's not just the young males, it's the females too. It's just, I don't know. So if we don't know what to do as adults and as parents and grandparents, then why do we expect City Hall to have all the answers? We need to come together as a community. It was already said it takes a village. So come on, village. Let's get some ideas together. If we want to do a basketball tournament, I'm definitely game for volleyball tournaments. I love volleyball. So if someone wants to collab and let's get that together, let's do that. Okay. Before I get out of here, I just want to, shout out Javante Tank Davis. He purchased a couple of houses on the block that he grew up on in Sandtown. The street is Woodgear. He's gonna rehab those houses, and he said they're gonna be affordable housing for people in the community. So he's gonna start with 2 and keep going. So he eventually wants to take care of the whole block. So let's see how that goes. Big up to, again, Javante Tank Davis. I saw Coach Kenny out there. Coach Kenny is my boy, Hey, Kenny. I believe Kelvin was out there, but shout out to Mia. I did have a chance to watch your fight. But your comeback is going to be much better than that last situation. And okay, cool. If you're not talking sports, cool. I got you. Who is on to you? Like, who is this? I'm wondering, is that this must be Will. He said auntie. And now I'm looking at anyway, let me even if it's not sports, tutoring programs, whatever the case may be. If it's something that makes sense, I'm willing to collab and get it going. That's all I'm saying. Anything for the youth. I'm just saying, just to eliminate that, that crime, toting guns, and apparently we need to talk to the teachers too, because now teachers toting them guns. I don't know if he was trying to protect. Was it a he? I don't even know if it was a male or a female, but they had that gun. Oh my goodness. I did not know that was you. Hey, nephew. Anyway, I already said big up to Tank. Upton coaches was out there, which happens to be Kenny, Calvin, and big ups. I ain't gonna say it again, but Mia Killer B Ellis. Y'all go follow her. It's Mia on everything. Mia Killer B Ellis. Yeah, so look, tune in right here every Thursday, 7 p.m. on fire-tv.com. If you missed the episode, hit that website up. You're going to find every episode way back to 2018, because that's how long I've been doing this. We all about positive vibes over here. We're going to be positive all 2024. But y'all know we're going to talk about everything. A little bit of everything, okay? Positive, negative. But if it's negative, we're going to bring it to the positive, okay? Don't forget that number. If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic violence, it's 1-800-799-7233. Please don't stand by while your friend suffers. Like, don't do it. I don't think that's a good thing. That's not something I would like to do. Follow the radio show at SWAT Radio on all social media platforms. You can follow me, Monica WLS with the number 2, on everything. What else? I'm not sure what else. However, since today is Thursday, I will see you guys after Christmas. For those who are celebrating Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. Okay. It's really not about getting gifts, but for those who do that, I hope you get everything that you want. As you can see, I have the Grinch sticking out of my tree. My granddaughter loves the Grinch. So there it is. There you have it. If you would like in any way, I know about those. I know about them. I see them in the community, and remember, they be down by by my job a lot. That's all I'll say. Let's go say down by my job. But with closing out, I want to go back to my quotes. I said them in the beginning, and I will say them as we are leaving. I don't know what Tony's talking about. The season to love on your family, work super hard, live your passion. Live your passion. Okay? Figure it out, live your passion. And remember, it's never too late to be what you might have been. Last but not least, don't let someone else's opinion of you become reality. And now that I'm looking down at this, if you're not positive energy, you're negative energy. Just remember that. So until next Thursday, you guys, remember to walk by faith, not by sight. Peace.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American-owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
Get lit. Get lit. Get lit. Everybody get lit right now. Get lit. Get lit. Get lit. Everybody get lit right now.